this and be mine.
Alright, we got another Digimon deck profile. So I've been playtesting this a lot. I've been bringing it to my locals each week, and I'm excited to say that the past 3 weeks I've gotten top 3. Yesterday was one of our local tournaments, and I came in second. I lost to a Greymon deck, but I did lose game 1 to it only, because we went into time into game 1, and I couldn't outgrind it anymore. So, I originally built this deck with the idea of, like, I wonder how it would function with just mono yellow. Like, just play yellow, the Magna's heal and neg security with the Great Dragon cards. I was playing it before the red-yellow Goldramon came out, and tacking it in here kind of changed some of the ratios a little bit, but also made it a lot better, more consistent, and more fun to play. Pure yellow is really good for this deck. They're getting some more support out soon. That's going to change the whole deck, period. So I've kind of focused on a yellow route here. I'll just talk about who I played against yesterday. I played against a Greymon, I played against Shine Gray, and I played against, what was the other opponent? He was playing, Dark Animal. And some other rogue stuff, but my only loss was to Greymon. So, I mean, it does pretty well at a local level, I mean, against, like, certain competitive meta decks and builds. So the main focus of this deck is to neg your security, neg DP, and also recover when you need to until you can wipe them out and chip them away. It is a long game deck, so you might go into time if you bring it to a tournament, but that's okay, because usually you're going to win game 1 and just time it out. It's not like a mean deck either, though, so it's not like just a stupid stall deck. I mean, your opponent can actually play against it too, and it is pretty fun. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you the final build first. I'm going to show you some of the support coming out later. That's going to change the whole quality of this deck and, like, different builds of it and how it's going to be played. And I'm also going to show you some of the cards that I took out of the final build, just in case you if you're interested in building it your own way, you might want to move some other cards that worked with my build but didn't necessarily make it to the final cut. So first things first, let's go over the rookies. I'm playing 3 of the Harrismon. It's the promo one. You usually, the ones I have I got from the local packs that you kind of open, they kind of give you for free and then you open up, but long story short, it's the security rookie, yellow version. So if they hit it out of security, it neg one's one of their Digimon. That's really important, but it also goes to your hand. You're playing a low rookie count because really you just want to Digivolve in your back and then wait until you got a level 4 in your hand to Digivolve. You want to get the Digivolving effect pretty much in this build. So you kind of want the rookie to sit there until you can set up the level 4. So being able to, if they hit your security, add a rookie to hand is really good. Plus the neg 1 actually saves your life sometimes, because if they are checking for, like, let's say they have one Digimon and they attack for an extra check and you just neg it and it's like, oh nope, canceled out your attack and I get a rookie to hand. I play 3 of the Salamon, the one that it's BT2. I've played this in deck profiles I've played before, but basically if it dies pretty much and you have 3 or less security, recover. That's pretty much it on it, but it's just a really good, if you need to promote and swing with it, you can get a check and recover at the same time if it dies, or it's just really good, because I also play the 3 of X Antibody Salamon. It's BT9, so basically when you Digivolve on top of this Salamon, you get it's basically just for card advantage. You get the free draw, obviously, for X Antibody, plus if it's on the, not in the breeding area but promoted, you can get the Digivolve effect where you can pretty much take the top card of your security stack and then recover. So recovering could trigger all your recover effects, like on plays or whatnot and on the field. and it's just card advantage. You get one for the draw and then one from your security stack, and it replaces itself. So it's just more card advantage pretty much, and which is kind of needed. You got 4 of the Digimon EX3. When digivolving, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add a Dramon and 4 Great Dragons from those 4 to your hand. Really good to set up your future plays, but what's even more important is it's inherited. When you play a Great Dragon card, you can give it Rush. It's your aggressor. You want this inherited effect. The level 5 that I play, well, I'll go over the level 5s in a second, but so the level 5s inherited is not as important as giving them Rush in this build. I'm playing more Dramons. Of course, Magnadramon is a Dramon, so you can add that and a Great Dragon card if you reveal them. But I am playing 2 of the Gato. It does the same thing, other than it's an on-play instead of a Digivolve, but you can search for an Angel or a Great Dragon card, pretty much, and add it to your hand. So it's only a 2 of, because you don't play as many Angels and you don't want to rely on the on-play, but it also has the same inherited. It's extra inherited effects of Give Them Rush. It has the same inherited as the Digimon. Okay, for level 5s, we got the Angel Woman. I'm only playing 2 of this one because, I mean, it is an Angel, so you can get it off of the Gato. But the level 5's Digivolving effect is the important part. This one, when you Digivolve into it, you can play a Trial, which is the main point of the 4 Great Dragons, from your hand for free. Well, you put it into play, I should say. You don't actually cast it, and its other effect is when a Great Dragon or the Trial comes into play, you can neg 3,000 something. Yes, that's helpful, but it's not a big deal. It's inherited, does the same thing. But what's more important is the Arrow Digimon. It has the same Digivolve, play a Trial, plus it gains blocker if you control 4 Great Dragon or you have the Trial in play. So it's just a good defense. And basically that's the purpose of the level 5s. Its main purpose is to put the Trial into play, but also this one negs DP, this gives you defense, and plus this one's inherited gives all your dragons blocker, Great Dragons blocker, which is also really important. We're moving on to level 6s, the bread and butter of the deck. We got 3 of the newer Goldramon. I love it because you can crack a Trial, you can Digivolve into it, or you can just hard play it when you desperately need to, and it still works any way you play it or Digivolve into it. It's other than the black, whatever, the one that made tokens. This is a new one that makes tokens. It makes a 6,000 rush token and a 6,000 blocker token. The even cooler part is if the Goldramon is removed from the field while you still control a token, he deletes the tokens, and if he's the one that deleted at least 1 token, you get to recover. So it's really good defense and healing at the same time. And you can obviously give him Rush himself, so you can get 2 checks off of the token and him swinging if you have the setup to give him Rush. We play 3 of the Magnadramon that from BT2, the really old one, that on play recover 2 if you have 3 or less security. Really good, really good. Wins a lot of games just by healing that much. And also, the effect that I always kind of ignored, I didn't really pay attention to, but now it's more relevant, is when you attack, you can play a level 3 yellow Digimon from your hand without paying its mana cost. So it just puts another body on the board if you want to. Sometimes you don't want to. You want to hold on to your level 3s to be able to Digivolve into the back, just for another card draw. So I play 3 of the Magnadramon that came from the actual EX3 set that most of the support came from. So basically, if you hard play it, your opponent's board is blanketed for neg 1 security. If you cracked a Trial to play it, it blanks it for neg 2 security. Now, what's important about the blanket effect is even if they put out a blitzer, a rusher, or whatever, hard play something, or no matter what, it's going to have the neg security check. It's more of like affecting the opponent in general of what's ever on their board. They just have neg checks. So you don't have to worry so much about rushers and stuff unless it has a crap ton of checks, which normally wouldn't matter. Plus you're neg-2ing it anyway, so it wouldn't be that devastating of a hit. Another thing is when it dies, you get to play a trial from your hand for free, or well, place it at least. That's really good to recycle and keep going with. Well, not necessarily recycle, but to keep your dragons coming. For tamers, I play 2 Tai and Kari, BT9. So basically, on the start of your turn, if you have 3 or less security, you gain a memory. If your opponent has 3 or less security, gain a memory. That is the main reason I play this, because I like having 4 memory to be able to do everything I want to do. Because compared to, like, if you have this and the memory tamer Kari, you're going to start your turn with at least 4 memory most of the time when someone has 3 or less, but it could even gain 2 memory if you both are low in security. But also, you can tap it to neg 2,000 your opponent's security stack, which could help keep your attackers alive by tapping the tamer. So this Kari is BT8. Recovery players love her because it sets your memory to 3. Obviously, it's a memory tamer, and then when you recover on your turn, you can tap her to gain a memory. Pretty straightforward, but also really relevant. We play 2 yellow Mem Boosts, reveal 4, add a yellow Digimon. A lot of decks don't play Mem Boosts anymore, at least that I've seen, or at least I prefer not to play them anymore, really, but this is a deck that I actually included 2 of in it. It's important to get the right level when you need it, and the extra 2 memory is nice when you really need it. And of course, if you're playing a yellow deck, you're most likely playing the Reinforce, the limited card. It's really good. It's just reveal 2, add 1 to the top, and take the other one pretty much. Crack it for 3 memory. It's really busted. It's really good. I like it. And then I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's a BT10 card. So if you ignore the Pulsemon effect, there's no Pulsemons in here, but the main part of this, if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets neg 12,000 DP for the turn. If you have 3 or fewer cards, place one of your opponent's Digimon face down on top of their security stack. You would not believe how relevant it is to when you have exactly 3 security, or you have a way to manipulate your security to 3, that you getting to trigger both of these effects could be game breaking for your opponent. You can get rid of basically something that's like so hard to get rid of just by placing it on top of their security stack while taking something else down with it. I've triggered the both, because if I have exactly 3, you get to trigger both effects. That has helped me so much. Even if I don't have exactly 3, getting one or the other effects can still help win you the game. I was playing this and Wyvern's Breath in one build, and you don't really need that much. It was too much clogginess with kill spells when you could just be playing 2 of these, and it's good enough. I play 4 trials, of course. I don't know why people play less than this in their builds, because you want to see this card all the time. You can hard play it and draw a card, which does happen sometimes. Sometimes you have to, but it's what you need to do to get going. Because it has delay, you can crack it pretty much to play a great dragon card for free, without paying its mem cost. And well, that's what free means. But it dies on the end of your opponent's turn. That is relevant to the Magnadramon, that will recover you 1 if it kills its own token, and the Magna that plays a trial for free from your hand. You always want to have your trials in hand so you can play them for free off of the other Magna that dies. There is a way to get your trials back, I'll show in a second, but the next one is Holy Flame. So if it's in your hand and you use it for 2, you can target one of your opponent's Digimon. They get neg 3 checks until the end of their turn, so it can pretty much turn off a Digimon from hitting your stack. And when it's hit out of security, all of your opponent's Digimon get neg 1 for the turn. So it's another blanket effect for neg 1 if it's smacked out of security. Just their Digimon, period, get neg 1 even if it comes out with rush or whatnot. The next one, I used to max out on it, but I didn't need to anymore, and I think 2 is a good amount for this. God Flame. Neg 6000, it's whatever, you can kill something, yes, that's good. But it also adds a Great Dragon card from your trash to your hand. You can grab any of your creatures that are Great Dragons, or the Trial of Great Dragons actually has a type on it that says Great Dragons, so your God Flame can recycle your Trial when you need to put it back into your hand. For tokens, for eggs, Vix, I was playing 4 Tokemons at one point, but this card is actually not as good as I thought in this particular build. I find myself playing more options, so Viximon is better to put 4 of, and this is just a good 5 of egg. But you could just cut this and just play the 4 Vixies, but if you use them, basically if you use an option that costs 2 or more, you draw a card. So it's just really good to draw an extra card. And the Tokemon is if you recover on your turn, you can draw a card. So it's just extra draw power back here in the eggs. Alright, as promised, so these are some of the cards you can slide in and out of your build that I played. The first 2 times I topped, I was playing a mixed ratio of some of these cards. These were cards that just kind of disappeared from the build altogether, and I'll kind of explain why. Cody was the only one that I didn't actually bring to the tournament. I played tested with some friends, and he is okay. I mean, yeah, he's another memory gain. He's mostly why he's in there. He was a 3-drop tamer. Start of your turn, if you have a yellow Digimon, gain a memory. If you attack with a Digimon with 2 or more colors, you can neg 2000 on your opponent's Digimon. Not really needed. Your only 2-color Digimon really is Goldramon, and so the neg 2000 isn't really a big deal to begin with in this type of build. And the memory gain is really nice, but it's conditional, and it's just, he didn't make it to any tournament builds with it. But he's still decent for the deck, I guess, if you want to play him. I played this TK. Originally I was playing 2 of this TK and 2 Kari, the one that gains you a memory, because they trigger off each other. You have the Kari in play. This one searches your security stack, add cards, so it gains you a card that you need, and then you recover if it was yellow that you grabbed, and it would trigger the Kari to gain a memory, and he's a memory tamer himself, so it's just I played that, but mostly I cut him when I cut the hybrid. I was playing a 1-of hybrid just as kind of like a sneak attack finisher, but it came, every time I saw it, I didn't need it, and it was in security. It's not worth it really, because I would also put it in there because I would grab it out of security with TK, and just TK is useless kind of after you have more memory tamers anyway. So he's more in if you play TK, you might as well play a hybrid, but it just, when I cut them, those 2 were together cutted from the deck. I was playing a 1-of Goldramon in one build, the original Goldramon from the EX3. You never got to trigger its shuffle 3 back in, well, not shuffle, but put 3 of the dragons back on bottom, the trash to security, because you're not playing all the names. I mostly played him because he was a 3-drop Digivolve on the level 5, and when he Digivolved, he pretty much did the same thing as God Flame does to add a dragon card, so he could add the trial back to hand or whatnot. And he's when he attacks, he negs 6000's DP something. He helped the first few games. He is helpful at 1, and he's a great dragon, so you can get him back, and he's fun in this type of build, but not needed. He was actually really replaced by the new Goldramon because the tokens are a lot better, and the being able to recover. It seems like when I was cutting cards, this was more aggressive, the cards that I cut, it was the aggressive cards, and the build now is more of a defensive, long game, I'm gonna grind you out type style. So if you do go back to more of an aggressive style, you might play some more of these cards again, in your build, but the other one performed better, especially last night. This was something that was hard to cut, but I decided I don't really need it. The X Antibody Magna, when Digivolving, and it can go on top of a Magna for 1, but because it's an X Antibody, but So all your opponent's Digimon and security Digimon get neg 1000 for each card in your security stack, whatever. End of attack, once per turn. You may add the top card of your security stack to your hand to unsuspend it. So I played this because I could give it Rush, or I could Digivolve up into it, whatever. But, so you can pretty much get 2 checks and a card to your hand. Pretty much. So basically, what you'll do, you'll crack a trial for it, give it Rush, swing with it. Hopefully it lives, it doesn't die from the attack trigger. End of attack, you add the security card to your hand, so now you got hand advantage, and you can unsuspend and get another hit in. Not really necessary, but it was pretty cool. I mean, it won me a game, but it didn't come up as much as a needed card. I was playing a couple of these, like when I was playing more aggressive, because it's just an easy 2-drop to throw out a rookie and then swing with on the next turn. The Salamon plus your X antibody Sally can go on top of it to do the little grab recover thing, but nah, I just like the recover one. I know it was a 4-drop, but I'm not going to be dropping it anyway. I'm going to be digivolving in the back, so yeah, it's more for aggressive build for the 2-drop Sally, but it's not needed in the build I'm playing now. And I was playing Upamon because it used to be the best egg. I think it got outclassed by some things that just came out. Upamon's still a good egg, the BT3 one. It's just when attacking, if you have 3 or less security, draw a card, but now there's easier ways to draw cards with your eggs. So it's not needed anymore. Upamon's still pretty good, cool card though. Alright, so some exciting, cool things that are in the future. Let's see. This is BT16, EX5, and another BT16 card. So these are just going to be some cool things to do with Great Dragons. In general, I'm just foreshowing some of this stuff. But we're getting another Goldramon. It's another red-yellow one, and it's an X antibody. And reading it, I'll read it, but it's really cool that you can recycle even more now. So first it has Raid for some reason. Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. It's 1300, so yeah, every cool thing is gonna have Raid now, I guess. But when digivolving, when attacking, you may use 1 God Flame, which is the option that's neg 6000 and recycle, or one option with 4 Great Dragons in its trait in your hand without paying its cost. All turns, this Digimon gains the effects of all Goldramon in its Digi-Evolution costs. So basically, it gets all the effects plus this effect on the Goldramon. I like this because we're getting more cards, options with the title Digitype for Great Dragons. Dragon's Breath here is card effect main. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add a yellow card or a card with 4 Great Dragons and a trait to your hand. Return the rest of the bottom, so it's a good searcher. And it has delay. You may place a trial from your hand into the battle area or trash 1 card with 4 Great Dragons in your hand. If you did, opponent's Digimon gets neg 7000. And its security effect is oh, wow, I didn't even see that at first. Yeah, it triggers the neg 7000 and puts it in your battle area. So it's going to get a lot easier to play the 4 Great Dragons now because you no longer have to rely on the build-up to place the trial with this option. And since it says I just thought about this. Since you can recycle this to recycle the trial and then they recycle each other, so it's going to be really cool to mess with. And we're getting an ace monster for the 4 Great Dragons. I don't really like the ace mechanic, but it is what it is. But Azulamon is a 4 Great Dragon, and it's going to be an ace monster. You blast Digivolve, blah blah blah. Return an opponent's level 5 to its owner's hand, then unsuspend one of your Digimon with Diva, 4 Great Dragons, or 4 Sovereigns. On deletion, delete Digimon with the highest level your opponent controls. And yeah, it has the ace effect of if it dies, you lose 4 memory, or it leaves the battle area, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.